May 7th, 2021. That was the day one of the most influential and memorable mods came out for Friday Night Funkin', that being the Shaggy Mod. Originally, a lot of players, including myself, didn't expect much from it. The quality of mods back then wasn't as impressive as it is today, so most players expected a simple 3-song week with a decently hard challenge at the end. But oh boy, we were so wrong. Shaggy, as in the character from Scooby-Doo, isn't all that important. However, around 2017-2018, Ultra Instinct first aired in Dragon Ball Super as Goku's final transformation in the Tournament of Power. Now, as the internet will do with basically anything, such a transformation was made fun of for either being unoriginal or, as usual with Dragon Ball, felt like it came from nowhere so that the protagonist could win. But what is more interesting is that this clip from Scooby-Doo was brought up a lot.
This can go two ways, punk. One, you walk away. Two, I walk on your face. Huh?
After a cool scene with Shaggy dodging bad guys and some copyrighted music from the Dragon Ball anime, people started jokingly speculating, how strong is Shaggy compared to some Dragon Ball characters? And from there we started having the he's only using 0.01% of his power jokes thrown around, and with this the internet kind of made their own version of Shaggy. An insanely powerful near god status being that looks like a 17-year-old teenager who wears a green shirt. The Shaggy that we just mentioned is the Shaggy that's part of the first edition of the mod, released on May 7th, 2021. But us, the players, had no idea about that and went in blind. The first song went as normal, being an FNF parody of Where Are You? But at the end of the song, this happens. And afterwards, some suspicion arises, leading us into Eruption, which is in line with most FNF songs at that time, and afterwards we reach Kaioken. I'm sure many were surprised, just like me, to be introduced to a 5th and 6th key in FNF. If it was your first Riven game, you'd be shocked that this is pretty normal for other Riven games. The extra keys were made up to showcase the power that Shaggy holds by just changing how the game is played. A lot had trouble, and some content creators have some really cool reactions to Shaggy's new influence under the game, but most of us played it and went on with our lives. And then, at the end of May 2021, Shaggy 2.0 released. After understanding a bit more of what we had on our hands, we deduced that this Shaggy was indeed the Mimi Shaggy that is ultra powerful in the level of the gods. With the new song of the second week, we had What's New as another FNF parody, and we were introduced to 2 new songs with 6 keys, Blast and Super Saiyan, with the latter being an incredibly difficult song to this day still. We also had more talk about how Shaggy stopped his aging at 17 years old, but is nearing his 80s, with Scooby still by his side as his loyal dog. As the final song ends, Scooby shows up and starts accusing GF of being a monster. Shaggy doubts him, which causes GF to literally cut him in half, demanding Shaggy to sing for real. And with that we can access what at the time will be the finale with God Eater. It's literally in all caps, that's how you know it's serious.
3, 2, 1, go!
Breaking the roof of dimension in a godly confrontation, we're introduced to a song with 9 whole keys, having utilized all of your fingers to go against the might of Shaggy. After succeeding in an amazing confrontation, Shaggy reveals that he could actually just bring Scooby to life with no effort, and leaves to go visit a tournament in between the universes, likely a reference to the Tournament of Power where the Ultra Instinct form was first released. And that signified the end of Shaggy, or at least we think that's the case, until July 4th, 2021, where a friend sided with one of the most infamous mod characters at that time. Havoc and Chaos reigned as this mod was first released, with 3, technically 4 songs. It stood among the top as one of the hardest mods ever made. Shaggy had sided with Matt, a character from Funkin known for his incredible speed, and with their powers combined, some of the most incredible and difficult charts were made. We first begin the mod with Power Link, a chill song with only 4 keys. But quickly we transition to Revenge, where Matt takes what he learned from Shaggy and unleashes all his power into a ruthless 3-minute song with 6 keys and incredible speed. It's a very tired song, and ends up leading into the final song, aptly named Final Destination. With some exposition from Shaggy explaining why BF can't lose in his immortal powers, being able to reset time and all of that, we entered the second ever 9-key song with Matt's speed playing as a factor. A 2v1 song that is memorable to this day with countless community-made covers, and after the victory, it's not even over yet. Enter Final Destination God, a song unlocked with a fun reference to Light Bomb Me from the Wii days, and aptly named the hardest Funkin chart ever. It was a recharge from Final Destination, with expurgation notes coming from Shaggy and HD Blam notes coming from Matt. It's still an insanely nigh impossible challenge due to the engine's poor input system, plus all of the craziness of the chart course. And for quite some time, that was the end of Shaggy's legacy. One of the things that left many people with a question mark is Shaggy was wearing a red shirt. Most thought it was just artistic preference, but Sir Paris, the mind behind all of the Shaggy Mod, had something more on his mind. And then on October 11th, 2021, the Ultimate Update was released. A whole engine revamp and 2 new endings were teased. To start with, we begin in Chapter 5, since Shaggy x Matt was named to be the 4th chapter of Shaggy's history. Starting off with Shaggy getting a red shirt and massive amounts of existential crisis due to the knowledge of BF's power, we begin with Soothing Power, a very tranquil and honestly forgettable song in my opinion, especially because it's followed up by Thunderstorm, the first 7-key song in the Shaggy mod. 7 keys is the most acceptable amount of keys to play with, being featured in many different rhythm games, so this was a long time coming. After the song ends, we get some more explanation as Shaggy explains that he's a Shaggy from a different universe, explaining his lack of Scooby and the fact that he wears a different shirt. And not only is he stronger than our original Shaggy that is now dubbed by the community as Green Shaggy, he lets us know that Green Shaggy is straight, which is interesting, and I have no idea what to do with that information. And then here comes Disassembler, which is very overshadowed by Thunderstorm just because it's so good, but the song literally showcases Rad Shaggy breaking the fabric of space and time. And we ended off with him leaving to go watch the tournament in which Green Shaggy is competing, and letting us know one more Shaggy wants to meet us. Introducing Warner Bros. Shaggy, a reference to this short clip. His only song, Glacial Calamity, proves to be the hardest 7-key song in the mod, but nonetheless, it was conquered by many. Afterwards, WD Shaggy leaves us in hell, and probably ends the mod after meeting all 3 main story Shaggys, but there's still a star missing on the menu, letting us know there's still something left.
Focus! Concentrate!
There are multiple tidbits left around the mod, with the most obvious one being an orb being released from Shaggy at the end of Astral Calamity. By collecting it, you get access to Zephyrus, a friendly mask who resembles a central character from the game quite a lot. Regardless, he's an original character, and explains a whole lot about the universe and the Shaggys that exist on it, and cites how much he despises WD Shaggy. Afterwards he tells us to collect his other pieces, that being his mouth, which drops down on blast, his face, that's at the bottom, the Mansion God Eater,
3, 2, 1,
and his horn, which is outside space and time from the disassembler. He has a lot of quirky dialogue that I'm not going to go too in depth with, but you should definitely play the mod and check it out if you haven't yet. All that culminates to him being brought back to reality and asking to meet WD Shaggy, whom he promptly possesses and introduces us to what many call Phantom Shaggy, due to his file name being P Shaggy. His song, being the last mod named Talladega, is the third 9-key song with an absolute onslaught of keys, being incredibly difficult for most players, but leaving us with a cliffhanger, promising us he'd come back in 10 years to bring us more rap battles. Well, only 9 more years to go. Zephyrus signifies the end of Shaggy Mod as for now, while we wait for the release of Super Shaggy, which is currently in development. Due to Shaggy introducing extra keys, a lot of people craved more of that and wanted to improve their skill sets. Some of my favorite YouTubers such as FNFLNT and IING2 came to popularity due to making videos where they played not only the Shaggy songs to an extreme level of skill, being able to full combo all of them, but they also played other songs from other FNF mods with more keys added to the side, and we can also attribute that to the talented charters such as UnknownPlayer and The Real Ferret, with their amazing recharts of other songs, making such a huge library of songs with extra keys to get better at, and it's a very small but talented subsection of the FNF content creation community. You should definitely check them out if you haven't yet. Link will be in the description for them. Not only did these recharts happen, making pretty much every song in FNF an extra key song, but the idea of having multiple Shaggys led to many talented mod creators to make their own mods with their own versions of Shaggy and their own new challenges. One of the biggest names in that community is Perk FNF, with a huge catalog of fan-made Shaggy mods that lots of mod utilizes for their own versions. We have Roneskiz 15 is Perk FNF, I'm sorry if I butchered that name. This mod has like literally 10 different versions of Shaggy and Matt with about 9 songs or so, and literally a 12-key song. It's pretty insane, honestly. You should definitely check it out. It is one of the most famous Shaggy mods for a good reason. Fanmade Shaggy 3.0. This mod has a bit of an extension to the Rad Shaggy story, with Mild Mania, and an introduction to a new Shaggy that actually uses the Zephyrus mask called Purple Shaggy. His song is Purple Power and is actually incredibly challenging. I like this mod a lot because not only does it have 9K, it also has older songs in 7K, and 4K, which the original mod also did, so everybody is able to play it. Demigod Duel. It's just a demo as of now, same with Fanmade Shaggy 3.0, but it's quite promising. I really like the sprites that they used for their new Shaggies, and I think it has a lot of potential. It also has a little bit of an extension to Zephyrus' story, with his second ever rap battle, the name of the song being Conqueror. Versus Blue Shaggy. Okay, this one is a bit of my bias because it was made by one of my friends, but still, all 4 songs are really good, all of them made by Spurk FNF, which I mentioned previously. The charts are amazing, has a 10-key song that is quite hellish to play, and it has an extra added difficulty of the Hell mode charts. Incredibly difficult with a lot of expurgation and HD blam notes, similar to Final Destination God mode.
Do you have to keep saying that?
All the mods will be linked in the description, so make sure to check them out. And that about wraps it up. I hope you enjoyed this little recap about Shaggy's influence in the FNF community. If you want to see more of this, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I usually do a lot of videos about this kind of stuff, so if I get more encouragement to do them, I'm very likely to do more of them, so let me know. And like I mentioned previously, I also do videos of recharts of other FNF songs with extra keys. It is a fun type of video for me to make, so I usually do a lot of those. And that concludes the end of the video. Thank you for watching. See you guys later. Come on, man. Do we need to talk about it? Do we need to talk about it? It was just a joke. Like, it's not funny anymore. Go home. Click out of the video. Go away.